Hey guys, and welcome to the Working Money channel. Okay, so here is where we are at, so pay close attention to what the narrative is telling us. This from Key Young Jew here on Twitter. So at the top of the Bitcoin bull run, you guys can see over here, this was the message that mainstream media was conveying. This cryptocurrency fad isn't going away. Bitcoin's big day on Wall Street. You guys can see that here coupled with the chart. And now, when the market is low and it's actually starting to rally just a little bit, we're getting news outlets saying now might be a good time to consider quitting crypto, and that is coming from Vox. What the SEC's lawsuits against Binance and Coinbase mean for the future of cryptocurrency and for you. So, again, planted FUD trying to get us retail plebe investors out of cryptocurrency. And the allegations here are just wild. Unlike registered securities, as in stocks, cryptocurrencies and crypto exchanges didn't have to disclose much of anything to consumers. And the list of lies and fraud rocking the industry has continued to pile up. Notice how they bold lies and fraud rocking the industry here. They talk a little bit about the Binance and Coinbase lawsuits. And I mean, you got to imagine for the typical normie out there who doesn't really understand any of this, they are probably looking at this, especially if you're located in the United States, seeing, okay, Coinbase, I've heard that name before. Binance, they are another big exchange, and these are the two exchanges coupled with the FTX debacle that we saw about 6 months ago. These are the two exchanges now that are under fire by the SEC. So, I mean, if you don't know anything, you're going to look at this and you're going to think, yeah, maybe cryptocurrency isn't something I should be getting into. So it's funny because this article just kind of goes on, talking about all the negatives that have happened over the last couple of months, maybe 2 years even. I mean, basically since we saw the top of the market for Bitcoin back in November of 2021. But guys, again, this is all just FUD. This is another, tool. This is another media outlet, Vox here, that is trying to get us out of crypto, similar to what Jim Cramer has been hired to do at CNBC. But you and I both know cryptocurrency is not going away. Not anytime soon. We've got the XRP chart up here. XRP right now trading at 52.7. So some fairly robust XRP activity here on the chart. Let me just throw it on the hourly. You guys can see that that trend has continued to move its way up. A very decisive trend line here on the XRP chart, moving up since about Monday, June the 5th. What about Bitcoin? Let's bring up Bitcoin here real quickly. After we did see this correction, the move down on bearish news, the double bounce, and then that big move up, we did see Bitcoin correct again, and it's also moving up in a very similar trend to what we're seeing with the XRP chart. So, I mean, cryptocurrency is recovering. If you quit now, boy, are you making a big mistake. And guys, this is why I'm continuing to let you guys know. And, if you've already signed up, thanks so much. And I'm sorry if you guys are sick of me plugging this, but guys, now is the best time to be getting into cryptocurrency, and this is why I'm offering my Patreon $5 a month. I'm going to be posting the trades that I'm going to be making. I'm going to be letting you guys know on top of that if I'm going to be dollar cost averaging into my positions. I'm going to give you guys some targets down the road. So for $5 a month, that is only $60 a year. You can follow my trading journey on the way up. And guys, we are just at the beginning of it right now. So bringing up the total market cap here. Let me throw that on the daily too, just to give you guys a sense of where the market is. So, despite the negative news, the negative narrative, what they're telling us, basically the exact opposite of what we should be doing. The crypto market is still looking fairly robust. We're still making higher lows, higher highs on the chart here. This is, again, the total market cap. So this is the entirety of cryptocurrency. And, despite the negative news, you would have thought, or I mean, at least maybe they expected that we would have seen, bigger moves down like this. But you guys, the cryptocurrency market is not budging. Okay, we're maintaining support. That is a good thing. And, I'm sure we're going to get some more positive news eventually. So, I mean, this is the time now, guys. I'm diversifying into my positions, getting into a bunch of different coins. And I mean, especially in this crypto climate, no coin is a guarantee. So if that is something that interests you, $5 a month, patreon.com/workingmoneychannel. Capo WSB here posted this yesterday. And since then, it has been debunked. Gary Gensler has been charged with market manipulation. Coinbase provides evidence of Gary Gensler placing over $2.5 million in Bitcoin shorts just 48 hours ago. So they were posting this. As a matter of fact, this is not the first time that Mr. Gensler has been accused of manipulating the markets with inside information. Back in August of 2022, multiple reports show similar instances where he took part in market manipulation, which begs the question of why. There was no evidence of this, guys. I want to bring this to you because despite what's been going on, people have been flinging crap across the aisle. And, I think they're trying to stir up more controversy that needs to be stirred. Eleanor Turret here also just mentioning this. This is the biggest load of hogwash I have ever read. Come on now, people. Do not fall for this. I mean, come on. We were all hoping it was maybe true that he did get caught, but alas, it is not true. So I just wanted to clarify that if you guys were thinking that maybe Gary Gensler was in fact charged with insider trading. Michael Branch here bringing us this. So more reasons why all eyes are now on June the 13th. Binance US has sent a message to its customers informing them that their banking partners are preparing to suspend fiat or USD withdrawal services as early as June 13th. So this is going to be affecting all Binance.US traders. So the people in the US, the bad news around Binance US does not stop after the US Security and Exchange Commission brought forth its lawsuit against Binance's US arm earlier this week. The US exchange has now announced that they are suspending USD deposits with immediate effect. In addition, Binance US has sent a message to its customers informing them that the banking partners are preparing to suspend fiat withdrawal services as early as June the 13th. Guys, the same day the Hinman documents are coming out. Things that make you go, Users of the US Binance exchange specifically will not be able to make withdrawals in US dollars, starting from that day. Therefore, the exchange encourages its customers to take appropriate action with their USD. Notably, Binance US employees have received a similar warning. That is not good. Binance coming out, though, with a statement after they did get sued by the SEC. The SEC has taken to using extremely aggressive and intimidating tactics in its pursuit of an ideological campaign against the American digital asset industry. So here they're coming out and calling out the SEC. Of course, they have had to take appropriate actions, but it does not look very good. The optics certainly do not look good when Binance is saying, okay, we've got to stop US withdrawals completely, but also the fact that their employees here could also be affected by that. The fact that Binance may have been paying their employees through the exchange, but they're coming out blaming the SEC, of course. They're saying Binance US and our business partners have not been spared in the use of these tactics, which has created challenges for the banks with whom we work. As a result, in an effort to protect our customers and platform, today we are suspending USD deposits and notifying customers that our banking partners are preparing to pause fiat USD withdrawal channels as early as June the 13th, 2023. There is that date again. We encourage customers to take appropriate action with their US dollars. Our priority is and always has been our customers. We are taking these proactive steps as we, for a time, transition to a crypto-only exchange. So it's not as though they are closing down or, I guess they did post that list of all the coins that they're pausing trading pairs with USDT, but they're not closing down. They're going to keep the exchange open. They're just pausing US withdrawals. So to be clear, we maintain one-to-one reserves for all our customer assets. Any downtime in processing withdrawals may be the result of elevated volume and weekend bank closures. Moreover, trading, staking, deposits, and withdrawals in crypto remain fully operational. So they are continuing to stake. They are continuing to allow users to trade, and deposits in crypto and withdrawals are all functional. It's just US dollar currency withdrawals and deposits. We remain open to productive compromise that enables the thriving digital economy marketplace in America. Binance US will continue to vigorously defend ourselves, our customer, and industry against the meritless attacks of the SEC. So Binance, another one in a series of attacks by the SEC. So here's just the official statement to the valued customer, just explaining what is going on. Pausing USD fiat channels as early as June 13th. And here are some of the bullet points. ACH withdrawals. We encourage customers to withdraw their USD via bank transfers. They talked about the elevated volume and bank closures over the weekend. USD deposits. So to ensure a timely USD withdrawal process, we are suspending USD deposits, recurring buy orders today, and beginning the transition to a crypto-only exchange. USD pairs. Beginning next week, we will start delisting USD pairs on our platform while continuing to support stablecoin pairs. USD balances. Any USD balances remaining on the platform after June 15, 2023 may be converted to stablecoins that can be withdrawn on-chain. And cryptocurrency services remain fully operational, including, as I mentioned, crypto trading, staking, deposits, and withdrawals. So this is the latest from Binance US. And I wonder why they would choose that date, June the 13th. Eleanor Turret here also bringing this up, okay? I can't stress enough the SEC actively intimidating the banking partners, and that is why this is happening. So Eleanor Turret retweeting a tweet that she tweeted out yesterday. Binance US says it's suspending USD deposits and notifying customers that their banking partners are preparing to pause fiat USD withdrawal channels as early as June the 13th. And Crypto Mark commenting on this, he's saying, the US government are worried about the threat of losing the US dollar reserve currency dominance to possible BRICS currencies. So a lot of moving parts going on with this, as Mark says here, Crypto Mark, he goes on to say now they see the threat of their own people rushing to dump the US dollar in favor of crypto. They are therefore trying to damage retail crypto investors as much as possible in hopes that they will flee crypto and return to the US dollar and savings in the bank. So again, back to this narrative here, this article from Vox. Now might be a good time to consider quitting crypto. A coincidence, especially when the market is now low? I think not. Matt CR here saying absolutely disgusting behavior by the Public American Commission, whose salaries we, the American people, pay for. And what's even more disgusting, they take the falsely self-righteous position of claiming it is to protect us. These sociopaths really have something coming to them, I think. I think in the end, they're going to get their just desserts, or at least I'm hoping they will. Jack O down here saying clear and open corruption. Wow. XRP for freedom, says Gary Gensler, protecting the people from making money. And Michaela G down here saying everything is happening on June the 13th. Yes, there is even more that is happening, guys, that I will be getting to. So Bitfinex here posting this and claiming that he was right on calling this. Binance is sending billions of dollars to customer funds to their own trading firm. Binance has the same business model as FTX. Rip people off. So what he's posting here is this. SEC says Binance and US affiliate redirected billions in customer assets to Zhao's funds. So they're also accusing Changpeng Zhao of redirecting, basically a fraud, redirecting customer funds into his own account. The SEC claimed in court documents that Binance and Binance.US redirected billions in customer assets to investment funds controlled by the owner. The agency said in court that it has bank account documents detailing those transactions. Most of the funds went to Merit Peak, a personal proprietary firm of Zhao's. The SEC also has documents from a Binance.US auditor raising concerns that the American affiliate might not be fully collateralized due to Binance's holdings, the American affiliate's crypto assets. Now, he also retweeted a tweet that he posted back in November of 2022. I'm sure everything is fine over at Binance. They're definitely not commingling clients and customer funds to bail out failing Ponzi scams. Just check in with their auditor. So he was also posting this back a few months ago when we saw the FTX collapse. However, Changpeng Zhao has come out saying this is completely false. So this, with regards to this article that did come out, Binance redirected $12 billion to firms controlled by CEO Changpeng Zhao. And Changpeng Zhao has come out and saying, no, this is just FUD. This is not true at all. Not sure if it's the journalist or the source. To the best of my knowledge, Binance.US has in total roughly $2 billion in users' funds. This number is in US equivalent fluctuates a little as crypto prices change and declining as users withdraw due to recent news. So $2 billion to $12 billion, that is a huge discrepancy. Somebody hasn't done their research. All user funds are accounted for, never left the Binance.US platform unless users withdraw the funds themselves, of course. CryptoBit down here sympathizing with Changpeng Zhao a little bit, saying, CZ, understand that you're not fighting logic here. The US government is a propaganda war machine. You have to up your game and get to their level. Their goal is to put out as much disinformation as they can to change the public perception of you and Binance. If said enough times, it becomes true in the head of the sheep. So again, remember the narrative they are pumping out here, guys, and remember what we hold, remember where we are in the cycle, and remember all those stories, okay? Sometimes it's hard to remember, but you can't forget the stories of all the institutional money. Okay, all the companies, NASDAQ, says that they want to get into crypto custody. Ripple just purchased Medico. And not just that, JP Morgan, BlackRock getting into cryptocurrency. These are all stories that were happening during the bear run that, I think hits differently now, as the kids say. Hits differently now, now that we are, seeing this negative narrative now that the market has bottomed. So, this is why if you follow my channel or any of the others consistently, you will see the narrative switch and you will see where the money is moving. You will, if you pay attention, you can see that this negative crypto narrative is BS. And if you're worried that the market's not going to rally again, just think back to all those times when I said BlackRock is getting into crypto, JP Morgan's getting into crypto, the NASDAQ is opening a crypto custody platform. The big players, guys, just so you know, are not in the business of losing money. They are only in the business of making money. So keep that in mind. Michael Branch here posting this, okay? So James Murphy, known as Meta Lawman on Twitter, explained in a series of tweets on June the 9th that a favorable outcome for Ripple could undermine the entire basis of the SEC's case. So bringing it around here, talking about the Ripple case specifically, whether XRP is ruled as a security or not in the Ripple case will certainly have an influence on the two latest crypto exchange lawsuits, crypto lawyers told Cointelegraph. So what does that mean here? The judges presiding over Coinbase and Binance's lawsuits will likely watch the results of the SEC versus Ripple case closely. So guys, again, Ripple is going to have an influence on what happens in the United States. Ripple has been in a legal battle, as we know. XRP, okay, so it just goes into some background there. On June the 6th, the SEC filed a lawsuit against Coinbase and another one against Binance. And guys, here is what Meta Lawman, aka James Murphy, said about this. Okay, the stakes just keep getting higher for the ruling of the SEC versus Ripple, and here is why. If Judge Torres rules that XRP tokens trading on secondary markets are not securities, it would undermine the entire basis for the SEC's case against Coinbase and much of Binance's case. So that is the big sticking point here. In the Coinbase case, the SEC claims that 13 tokens traded on Coinbase are securities. So Coinbase is illegally operating an unregistered securities exchange, broker-dealer, and clearing broker. But if those 13 tokens are judged not to be securities, the SEC has no case. So that is the logic, and it makes a lot of sense here. Before anyone gets too excited, though, a ruling by Judge Torres would not be binding precedent in other cases. Okay, so listen closely. This is what he means by this. This means other judges will not be bound to the rules in the same way. Only decisions of the Court of Appeals and the Supreme Court are binding on lower court judges. But what's interesting here, the judge, Reardon, assigned to the Coinbase case is brand new, only been a judge for 6 months. Judge Reardon works in the same court in Lower Manhattan with Judge Torres. So while a Torres decision on XRP would not be binding precedent, I do believe Judge Reardon will pay very close attention to Judge Torres' legal reasoning in ruling whether XRP is a security or not, and I believe Judge Reardon would follow the same reasoning as she analyzes whether the 13 tokens cited in the Coinbase complaint are securities. So a brand new judge, only been a judge for 6 months, is likely going to look to a more experienced judge, especially considering these are two cases that have to do with crypto. This dynamic, of course, works both ways. If Judge Torres rules that XRP tokens traded on secondary markets are securities, the SEC will jump for joy and argue that the judges presiding over Coinbase and Binance cases should follow Judge Torres' reasoning. A few caveats are in order here. The Binance case is not quite as simple because, unlike Coinbase, it did issue its own token, BNB. So Binance will be hoping Judge Torres rules that Ripple's own issuance and sales of XRP do not qualify as securities offerings. And more caveats here with respect to Coinbase, the SEC could still argue that staking as a service qualifies as a securities offering, even if Judge Reardon rules that the 13 listed coins are not securities, but the rest of the SEC case would be gutted. And the final caveat, Judge Torres within the same court do disagree with one another occasionally, but I believe Judge Reardon, with only 6 months on the job, is not likely to disagree with a legal reasoning of her experienced fellow judge in such an enormously consequential case. Bottom line, whichever way these early court rulings go, we should expect to see years of appeals. In the meantime, even more people in crypto have good reason to root for a big Ripple win, so it looks like the XRP army is finally getting some reinforcements. Bottom line, guys, that is positive for us. And so back to June 13th. The Hinman emails, of course, we are still waiting on those. If you guys remember, on May 16th, the judge denied the SEC's request to seal emails and drafts associated with one of Hinman's cryptocurrency speeches in 2018. According to court rules, Hinman's speech drafts are scheduled to be made public on none other than June the 13th, the same day that Binance is saying, okay, as of June the 13th, we are no longer allowing withdrawals on our platform. Is it a coincidence? Remember this video I made only 2 weeks ago? The XRP price will not be available after June the 13th. One thing though that I did find interesting, and guys, I mean, you can't make this stuff up. ISO 20022, let's do it here on Twitter. XRP price won't be available after June 13th? What does he mean by that? He posted this TikTok video, guys. I wanted to play you guys a clip of this. Listen to this.
What's the XRP price?
Just so you know, XRP price won't be available starting June 13th.
XRP price will not be available starting June 13th. So we got the Hinman emails coming out. We've got Siri or Google Assistant or whatever this platform was suggesting, and this was not the only time that somebody was getting a response from this. We had some other some other people in the XRP community try this on their own system, and we're getting the same results. So guys, this is not doctored. Not only that, Parliament will debate the findings of crypto and digital assets in an APBG report on the need for regulation of cryptocurrency in a Westminster Hall debate next week. That is also happening on June the 13th, guys. And Eleanor Turret bringing this up too. House Financial Services Chairman Patrick McHenry has just announced a full committee hearing scheduled for next, guess when? Tuesday, June 13th, entitled The Future of Digital Assets, Providing Clarity for the Digital Asset Ecosystem. And here is the notice from the financialservices.house.gov website. Full committee hearing happening at 2 p.m. The Future of Digital Assets, Providing Clarity for the Digital Asset Ecosystem, hosted by Chairman of the House Financial Services Committee, Patrick McHenry, playing a big role in that. So guys, lots is happening. Not only that, I think Trump is also being indicted on June the 13th. So more reasons, though, to be paying attention. What the heck is going to happen? Are we going to see something big? And what does it mean that XRP price is not going to be available? Tell me down in the comments what you guys think, and please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Like the video if you like the content I'm providing. I always love hearing your comments. See you in the next one, guys.